In this video, you will learn about another super advanced reading comprehension technique that will help you improve your reading comprehension on the Digital SAT. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katya Seberson. I'm the inventor of the Seberson method. It's a scientifically proven way to learn anything fast, especially when it comes to improving your reading comprehension. I wrote these two books, one on reading faster and another one is on SAT vocabulary. Very important for your Digital SAT. Check them out. I also run a private tutoring practice here in New York. I've been doing it for the last decade. I have a one-on-one practice for a select group of students. I only take 10 at a time, and I also run a membership. If you'd like to join one of those programs, check out the link below, and I'd love to help you with your scores. And now, back to the video. The name of this technique is double negative. Double negative is actually quite rare in written speech, and of course, the SAT uses it a lot. There are numerous examples of double negative that the College Board uses on their reading section and on their grammar section. And unfortunately, because of obvious copyright reasons, I'm not allowed to share those specific examples. At least here on YouTube, I'm not allowed to share them, but they are there. And funny enough, I asked ChatGPT a couple of hours ago to create a couple of examples of double negative for me, and ChatGPT started to fight me, saying that this is inappropriate, we shouldn't be using it for writing because it confuses the reader. And this is the exact reason why the College Board uses them on Digital SAT and on regular SAT to confuse your reading comprehension. So let's untangle it all together and let's talk about double negative. So here is a classical example of a double negative sentence. It is not impossible to become a millionaire. A double negative is when two negative words appear closely in the sentence and therefore create a positive meaning. Here's what I would do if I saw a sentence like this. I would recognize that the word not is negative and a suffix im is also negative. I'm going to give you a bunch of suffixes that are usually negative in English. And I would cross them out and I would reread the sentence with these negative meanings taken out. It is possible to become a millionaire. It is possible to become a millionaire. This is what the sentence actually said. I just want to make sure that I gave you the definition of a double negative. It's when a couple of negative words combine together to create a positive meaning. And obviously you will understand that the part not will be creating a negative meaning, but there are some common suffixes that we have in the English language that will create this negative meaning for you. So the first suffix is in, and examples would be inability or inequality. The next suffix is a, in words such as atypical, or maybe ab, in words such as abnormal. The next one is another quite obvious one, uninspiring, unseemly. Another suffix would be dis, and that would be dishonest, disorderly. Non is another quite obvious one, non-native in obstacle number 2 and reading obstacle number 3. In those videos we talked about non-invasive or non-native species or exotic species. Remember, those were the weeds. And then we also have suffixes such as ill, im, and ir. Illogical, impractical, or irregular. Be careful though. For example, im in important does not mean that it's opposite. Actually, impractical would be opposite of practical. Irregular would be opposite of regular. Illogical will be opposite of logical. Let me give you a few examples of double negative in action. Let's take a look at this sentence. What does it say? And what kinds of obstacles does it use? Do you recognize obstacle number 3 here? This was by no means atypical. This is a pronoun, and remember how essential it is on your SAT reading comp to trace your pronouns. So I hope that you are going to give yourself an assignment to develop the discipline of always tracing your pronouns. This was by no means atypical. How was it? Well, I'm going to cross out the no and I'm going to cross out the a. This was typical. This was something normal. This was something that was expected. Let's try another example. What about this sentence? I also intentionally started it with a pronoun. Such lack of irregularity was suspicious. So the word such is a pronoun, and it's going to be pointing to something mentioned earlier in the sentence. Such lack of irregularity was suspicious. The word lack demonstrates absence. Lack of irregularity, if we cross out lack, if we cross out ir, we will say that such regularity was suspicious. That means that the scientists actually did not expect something to be so regular, so steady, and therefore such lack of irregularity was suspicious. If you still find yourself struggling with double negative, don't worry about it. Double negative is indeed a very advanced technique for my top scoring students who are trying to hit that 800 on the verbal section. So practice some more, try to create your own double negatives, because if you could create them in your own writing with care, then you are so much more likely to recognize them in reading when you encounter them in text. If you found this video helpful, please let me know with your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. And if you're interested in getting direct help from me, I encourage you to join my membership, where we can meet 16 times every month. We have 4 lessons every week where you can be on Zoom with me, live, ask me any questions you have, and get my direct help in preparing you for your SAT. I hope I'll see you there. Bye.